What is up, everybody? It is Max Plays Sax, and we are officially back in the spring semester. So, I, of course, have been taking a little bit of time off. Obviously, I didn't post it all over break, and now it's been a couple weeks in, and I've not been posting because it's been a little crazy. So, I'm sure those of you who are music majors or performance majors or are in college can understand the first couple weeks of the semester is pretty busy. Um, Schedules change, the new things happen, like it's kind of crazy. So a lot has been going on lately. But it's not going to stop me from posting my weekly videos. I got to get back on it. We're all getting back in the grind mindset, and this is part of it for me. So I hope you guys had a fantastic break and a fantastic holiday. I hope you guys all had a good time off. But yeah, so to get to the point of the video, a couple new things have started. Working on a lot of new stuff. So things have really kicked off in the second semester here, the spring, and I got a lot of stuff to do. So I guess I'll break it down a little bit. For my ensembles, I'm playing alto and classical again, and I'm doing tenor and jazz. A lot of my alto playing is like all classical. It's not really been much jazz for me, but that is all about to change this semester. My professor has finally started to put me on some jazz charts and some skill drills for jazz. And I have officially been rented out. Well, not rented, but like I'm using a jazz alto mouthpiece that's like one of the schools, but until I buy my own, which is going to be hopefully very soon. To start getting used to the jazz alto sound and all the stuff involved with that. So that's very exciting. In regards to jazz, we have this little book here that my professor made. So I'm not going to show you all of it because it's secret. Of course, it's not. But basically, this book is pretty cool because it's filled with a bunch of different jazz standards that are like pretty good for like beginner jazz and like jazz theory stuff. The changes aren't like ridiculously hard in most of these pieces, and they're mostly pieces you've probably heard. Like for an example, like all of you guys, like if you guys know any jazz, like Freddie Freeloader and Impressions are in here. So What by Miles Davis is in here. Autumn Leaves is in here. Like there's a bunch of decently recognizable charts in here. So it's some good stuff to get me like kind of slingshotted into jazz again this semester. But for jazz, I've been approaching it a little differently. Last semester I was really lazy on my skill drills. And I think this year, one of my biggest goals for the semester is working on actually really warming up, not just walking into a practice room and then working on your solo piece and then getting bored of it. Because it's not, that's not how it works. You're not going to get better unless you're actually doing the work to get better. I could practice a piece a million times and get the perfect muscle memory for it, but that's not going to make me into a better player. It can help me with like pattern recognition whenever I play another piece that has something similar in it. But I mean, to be fair, you're not going to get any better, and you're not going to do better at like reading certain things if you're not used to like practicing them. So like for an example, some things I've been working on is 12s. So some like my professor just put me on a new one, which is a little different, which is 1 3 1 2 3 5 4. So going around the circle of fourths. That's kind of the basic, like the gist of that one. I've always done the like, that one. I usually do the 1 3 5 4 instead of the 1 2 3 5 4 of the circle of fourths. But he's putting me on some different things to try. And then another big thing that I haven't really done too much of is the chromatic fragments. of going through the whole horn and playing those fives, like. Going stepwise and actually doing them all, and then even getting into doing some of that stuff in the altissimo range to help with my altissimo recognition later in some of my pieces. So, yeah, but I don't want to hold you guys up too much more. But the last couple things, I am coming back. They are returning the 48 etudes out of the Furling book. We're going to pick one or maybe two of them over the semester that I'm going to do. I know you guys definitely remember those because I had quite a few videos on those, and one of my recitals I did 2 Furling etudes on. So that was interesting. But the biggest thing this semester, we are not playing one, but we are playing 2 solo pieces for the semester. Now, you guys probably don't know them super well, but these pieces are both really cool. The Glazunov is definitely more recognizable. For those of you guys who don't really remember too much about what I did last semester, I did the Glazunov, which is a pretty famous beginner solo piece, but it was really fun. And, I look back on it and now I have these 2 pieces and I look back on it and I'm like, man, I really miss playing that piece because these are like kicking my butt. But they're really fun. The first one, which is more of a side piece, it's not really much of like my main piece because it's a little easier. It's Introduction in Samba by Maurice Whitney. It's cool. It starts off really slow. You guys should definitely check it out. I'll put the name in the description if you guys want to check it out. It starts off slow and then it like switches up and starts going pretty fast. It's pretty cool. And the second piece is the Claude Pascale Sonatine by Claude Pascale. And it is whack and kind of crazy, which isn't my typical taste in my music, but in order for me to get better, I gotta play everything. But it's a little crazy. It's 5 sharps to start, and there's a lot of jumping. So I mean, like the first measure. Oh, I even messed it up. I even messed it up right there. It's pretty crazy, but it's really fun. So you guys will see some progress videos throughout the weeks here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're kind of off to the races here. So yeah, that's it. So good to be back. Good to hopefully see some of you guys in your comments and stuff again. Hope you guys all had a good break. And keep posted on the YouTube Shorts too. I'll be posting videos of me playing some stuff on there more than these videos. You guys know, like I don't do as much playing in my longer videos, but I save most of that for the shorts. So, all right, cool. I will see you guys later, and thank you for watching. I honestly forget my outro, but Max Plays Sax out.